Hi, I'm Stacy, and today I'm going to show you how to make Swedish meatballs. So I don't know about you guys, but I usually make it with the Swedish meatball mix from McCormick. But the prices of McCormick Swedish meatball mix has gone up to about $2.50, give or take. And I'm kind of tired of spending that much money on just a sauce packet that only has a few ingredients, especially if it's just breadcrumbs and seasonings. So I'm just going to make my own. And let me show you how to do it. So the first thing we're going to start out with is adding 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1.5 teaspoons of beef bouillon powder. We have 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of dried parsley. And then we're going to have 1/4 teaspoon of each with allspice, nutmeg, and black pepper. Now this is just for our sauce mix, and so we're just going to mix this up and set it aside for now. But the good thing with this is you can go ahead and put it in a Ziploc bag or a small jar and save it until you're ready to make your own Swedish meatballs. So that's it for that mix. We're going to set that aside. Okay, so next, after we make our sauce mix and set that aside, we're going to mix up our meatballs. So I've already got 2 pounds of ground beef in this bowl, and I'm going to add 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of dried minced onion, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now you can add breadcrumbs if you'd like to the meatball mix. That's up to you. I'm not going to because I'm trying to keep this a little bit more low carb. But we also can add in any other spice or seasoning that you want. It just might taste a little bit different than the regular Swedish meatball mix that we're going to make today. So just mix this up until everything is well incorporated. And then I'm going to go ahead and start making my meatballs and frying them in a pan. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just cook these meatballs until they're all the way cooked through. I will be flipping them over periodically as needed, and then I'll show you the next step. Now our meatballs are completely cooked through, and I've set them aside. I've drained off the excess grease that's in the pan, and now we're going to use the same pan to mix up our sauce. So we're going to start out with 1/2 cup of milk, 1.5 cups of water, and then we're going to mix in the sauce packet. Now we're just going to stir and heat this up until it becomes thickened like a gravy. The sauce looks really good. I'm going to go ahead now and add in 1/4 cup of sour cream, and then we'll just stir this in. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the meatballs back into the sauce mix. Everything looks great. This turned out really well. I just tasted the gravy off camera, and let me tell you, this is a very close second to the original. It's good enough that I will be making this again. You can go ahead and serve this over rice, egg noodles, or just with mashed potatoes. Have a great day. Bye.